headlines in Nigeria on Internet Television International, where we bring you summaries of headline stories in our national dailies. From Abuja studios here in Nigeria, I am Rachel Owa. Thanks for logging on. Our first story is from Next newspaper. PDP meeting dampens Babangida's declaration. The paper reports that the much-expected launch of Ibrahim Babangida's presidential campaign in Abuja today is likely to be blunted by the meeting of the National Executive Committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, also fixed for 12 p.m. at the party's National Secretariat in Abuja. From the same paper, Jonathan Abubakar take campaigns to new media. A yet-to-be-disclosed group has launched an SMS platform for Goodluck Jonathan's campaign, while former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has also launched a new campaign website as a way of ensuring an all-inclusive participation in his campaign to become Nigeria's next president. From Vanguard newspaper now, South elders endorse Jonathan in Uyo. President Goodluck Jonathan again won the endorsement of no fewer than 45,000 South elders who thronged the Uyo Township Sports Stadium, Akwa Ibom State, to declare support for his presidential aspirations, barely few days to his official declaration for the 2011 general elections. This day newspaper, author of Primaries, PDP governors win round 1. The People's Democratic Party PDP governors rooting for the gubernatorial primary election to come before the presidential primaries seem to have won round 1 of the battle which had pitted them against loyalists of President Goodluck Jonathan. Nigerian Tribune, Niger PDP backs out of IBB declaration. Nigerian Tribune gathered that as General Ibrahim Babangida begins his campaign today at the Eagle Square, Abuja, it has been confirmed that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Niger State will not be officially represented at the event. The executive members of the party at all levels will also not be present at the launch in their official capacities. Punch newspaper, PDP presidential aspirants may pay 10 million naira each. Punch newspaper reports that presidential aspirants on the platform of the People's Democratic Party may be asked to pay a nomination fee of 10 million naira each, while those for the governorship pool may pay 5 million naira, senatorial 3 million naira, House of Representatives 2.5 million naira, and State Houses of Assembly 1 million naira. Still on politics, the Nation newspaper, special tracking for INEC machines. For the first time in the history of elections in Nigeria, each of the 120,000 direct data capture machines to be used for voters' registration by the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC is being configured to have a satellite location tracking device. Now, away from politics, Vanguard newspaper, assassins kills EFCC's forensic chief. Barely 5 months after 5 operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC were ambushed by unknown persons in Enugu, which led to the death of Sergeant Edoga Eze, another top shot of the anti-graft body, Mr. Abdullahi Muazu, on Tuesday was killed by unknown assassins in his Kaduna residence. From Next newspaper, Edo police cast blame over failure to stop kidnappers. The Edo State Command of the Nigerian Police on Tuesday attributed the recent spate of kidnappings and other violent crimes in the state to the delay in reporting criminal cases to enable the police authorities embark on prompt action. Over to business now. PHCN workers threaten showdown with federal government over privatization. The paper gives the gist that the planned privatization of the Power Holding Company of Nigeria, PHCN, which was announced recently by President Goodluck Jonathan, has pitched electricity workers against the federal government and therefore are now planning for a showdown with the authorities if they choose to go ahead. From this day newspaper, federal government to regulate cement importation. The federal government yesterday said it would ensure a close monitoring of the importation of cement into the country, stressing that the policy is in line with the overall growth strategy for the Nigerian industrial sector. Business Day newspaper, China's Aya wins bulk of INEC voter registration contract. Household electronics products manufacturer IF China yesterday won the lion's share of the 51 billion naira contract to supply direct data capture machines, which will be used in the voter registration exercise slated for between November 1 and 14 ahead of the 2011 general elections. Other business headlines include next newspaper, NNPC to build more floating mega stations. This day, the economy is going down, Soludo warns. CBN gives banks December deadline on auditors. And in sports, Tribune newspaper has this headline, NOC crisis, NSC insists on election. The National Sports Commission, NSC, has insisted that the Thursday election into the board of the Nigeria Olympic Committee must go on as scheduled, as all the candidates are set for the election. Punch newspaper now, NFF won't sack Odige Ikpeme. The paper reports that the Nigeria Football Federation says it has no plans to sack Golden Eagles coach Monday Odige following the team's failure to qualify for the African Under-17 Youth Championship. That's it on this edition of Headlines Nigeria. I am Rachel Owa. Thanks for logging on.